Hey guys, what is going on? It is Icon here, and what you're going to be watching today is another strategy video in which I take you through Octane, and I show you some things that you can do in Search and Destroy. But before we get into that, real quick, I've actually been playing these games live on my Twitch.tv channel. So if you want to actually catch these strategies live, go ahead on over to Twitch, go ahead and follow my channel, and as soon as I go live, you'll get an email every single time. And then also, maybe you don't check your email that often. If you're big into Twitter like I am, you can go ahead over to Twitter and follow my handle. It's at IKONationGaming. And every single time I go live, I go ahead, I let you know that I'm live. And I also go ahead and throw my link in the description. So with that, guys, let's go ahead, let's jump into the strategy, and let's get started. Alright guys, so as we get into these strategies, before we can actually understand how we're going to play defense, which is what we're going to be focusing on in this map, we need to understand a little bit about how teams play offense. So as we go ahead and bring up this new image, I'm going to explain what you're seeing on screen. So first of all, the red star in the bottom left hand side of your screen is the offense spawn. The green spawn is the defense spawn. So like I said, we need to understand a little bit about what offense likes to do. So as we focus our attention on the routes stemming from the red star in the bottom left hand corner of our screen, we're going to notice the first thing I want you to take a look at is the red route. So what that route is doing is that it's a rush. So you grab the bomb and you rush over to bottom garage, and that way you try to make an A push. The second route that offenses like to take is the blue route. So in this situation, what they do is they grab the bomb and they rush in front of front strip. And when they do this, they're going to go behind their 18-wheeler, and that's going to give them cover. And then they're going to take one of two options. They're either going to continue on that line and they're going to go front hotel in front of that front bus, or they're going to jump over into front pawn, and that way they're going to play more aggressive and they're going to try to get a beat on you when you're not necessarily expecting them to be there. And then finally, which is probably the route that you are most familiar with, is that orange route in the bottom. So in this situation, you grab bomb and you rush behind strip, you rush behind those buses and tanks in that intersection there, and you go into back hotel, and then from there you can, where that little intersection is, so it splits off in three different ways. You can go top hotel, you can go bottom hotel, you can get behind white van there at B. So this is the route that most teams like to take. As we go ahead and we actually jump into the gameplay, I want you to focus on that blue route, as that is the one that I'm going to counter to begin with. Alright, so as we hop into the gameplay, you're going to notice that I have a sniper rifle. If you take this route all the way through bottom convenient, you can go ahead and you can get a pick on people running that blue route. Alright, so just to go ahead and visualize this in a different way, what you're going to notice is if you take a look at that green route stemming from that green star, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to rush through bottom convenient, and that skinny little white line is the line that represents the line of sight which counters that blue rush. So as we go ahead and hop back into the gameplay, let's talk a little bit about what our teammates should be doing while I went ahead and cut off that opening route. Now, I realize that this might be a tiny bit confusing as there's a lot of stuff going on here, but this is perfectly describing what all four people on your team need to be doing to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success as you play defense on Search and Destroy on Octane. So first of all, if you look at the number one person, that's what we already talked about. That's what I did. I cut off that B rush and I let my teammates know, if I hit that shot, that he's dead. There's nobody else rushing that way. But if I miss it, then, I'll let my teammates know that I missed that shot and there's somebody rushing front strip. If we go ahead and look at the second person, that person is rushing from the spawn. They're going bottom pawn. They're going to set up right in front of the 18-wheeler there, and they're going to look at that red route. So that person's job isn't necessarily to get a kill on somebody that's taking that red route, but their job is to see if anybody is making that A push. If they see somebody running that red route, then they can call out to the rest of their team, hey, there's somebody, there's one or two or three people rushing A. So if that were to happen, then we need to obviously break off from our opening strategy and go ahead and we need to counter and make our way towards A. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the third person. The third person is going to rush straight from our pawn, between the alley between restaurant or diner and pawn. They're going to rush across to B, and then they're going to go hop top hotel. And once they're top hotel, which is right above the B bomb plan spot, if you're following, that person can either look down towards the corner hotel, they can look down towards the stairway, they can hear the bomb, so they know if somebody's planning the bomb. So this person, which is number 3, is just going to be kind of the eyes and the ears of the team, and they're going to be able to tell the rest of their team, you know, where people are at B, if there's somebody planning, if we need to focus our attention to corner hotel or white van or what. That person's just going to kind of be aware of what's going on, and they're going to relay to the rest of their team where people are at. And then finally, number 4, that person is going to head and they're going to leave the spawn, they're going to go into a diner, they're going to climb up the stairs, and then they're going to focus their vantage point towards the middle intersection. Just in case, you know, somebody is rushing our spawn, they'll be able to look, they'll be able to tell whether or not somebody is rushing us. They'll be able to give the teammate, you know, heads up, and they'll be able to let us know what we need to be aware of, just in case somebody's rushing us. So as we go ahead and hop back into the gameplay, you're going to see that our teammates get both kills over on the other side of the map. So it was a pretty easy round to win, but that's just because, you know, we're following that strategy. And here, I mean, that person that rushed B, he saw somebody in the back, so he got to kill a white van, and then from there he automatically saw the other person on their team and he got that kill as well. Alright guys, as we get into the outro, if you have any questions at all about that strategy, please leave me a comment, send me a message, anything. I realize that it might be a little bit confusing because there was so much going on. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. 5 things that you can do here on screen. You can hit that subscribe button in the top right corner if this is your first time here. I appreciate that the most, as I'm just trying to build up my following and reach as many people as possible. 2 videos on screen that you might have missed. The one in the top left corner is the kind of the same type of thing that I just did, but it's talking about an offense strategy for Warhawk. So that's a good video. It's going to give you a great advantage for winning rounds of search on offense. And then to switch it up a little bit, that video on the right hand side, it's where I just compare the R5 and the AK-12. I run some tests talking about them a little bit, and I give you the information in terms of how they kill, the damages, the distances, all that stuff. So thanks for checking out another one of my videos, guys. I appreciate it. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you next time. I hope you all have a great night. I'll catch you later. Peace.